So on October 20th, 2021, I flew my paramotor under Corona Arch in Moab, Utah. On December 4th, I published a video about it on my YouTube channel. Not 9 days later, on December 13th, I received a phone call from the FAA.
Hello, this is Gordon.
Hey Gordon, this is Tucker Gott.
So we received a complaint in our office. We get enough complaints and then pretty soon Congress tells the FAA, get involved, and I'm sure that's not what you want.
So on this episode of Tucker Gott Gets Reported to the FAA, what is it? This has got to be like the 5th, 6th, I don't know. I've lost track of how many times I've gotten reported to the FAA at this point. I think the first one was flying around hot air balloons, totally bogus. I got one for busting airspace that didn't exist. The only almost legitimate one was for towing a PewDiePie banner. Of course, there was the legendary throwing a 1,000-foot roll of toilet paper, also totally bogus. There's a couple more that I haven't made videos about, but this time I got reported to the FAA for flying through Corona Arch. And just like a lot of the other ones, this one's just as ridiculous. So before we get into the story of Corona Arch, I want to run it back to the last time I got reported to the FAA. What happened was it was a total internet troll moment. The guy's stupidity was almost unfathomable. And the thing was, he was trying to get me in trouble. The point was, we took a negative thing and turned it into a positive. I didn't get in trouble. I made a YouTube video about it. It got like 2 million views or something, and we made some new merch and basically capitalized on this troll's stupidity. The best thing that we could have done in the situation. We're doing it again, and if you might notice, I'm wearing a brand new shirt. So today, we're dropping 3 new designs on tuckergott.com. First, we're bringing back the classic Do Not Report Tucker Gott to the FAA t-shirt, this time with the Corona Arch added. The next design is the one I'm wearing right now. On the back, it's a combination of the FAA logo and the Risky Biscuits logo. Hilarious. On the front, FAA Investigator, just like our new hat. If you show up at a fly-in with this shirt, you might get some weird looks, but I think this is going to be one of my favorites. My actual favorite is going to be the next design, which is Things Just Got Risky. This is actually inspired by a user's comment on the video where I base jumped off of a moving semi-truck. Got a lot of upvotes, and if you're that guy, hit me up, send me an email, I'll send you some free stuff. This design is a compilation of a lot of the flying sites that we visited on our last West trip. We have the bridge at Twin Falls, Idaho, with myself base jumping off of it. We have the legendary Corona Arch. We've got Horseshoe Bend in the background, and finally, the airplane Boneyard. This shirt is definitely my new favorite. We've also done some restocks. So the classic Risky Biscuits t-shirt, we've restocked in 2 new colors. The blueprint t-shirts and hoodies, the top sellers on the site, we've totally restocked, so if you've been looking for one of those, now's the time to get it. The Risk Takers, Fun Havers, and Have Fun or Die Trying hoodies have been restocked in 2 new colors, blue and pink tie-dye. In addition to all that, we're doing a GoPro giveaway, everyone's favorite. We've got 3 GoPro Hero 9s, and between the next 3 videos, we're going to be giving away one of those GoPros in 1 random order. In addition to that, we're also doing a decal giveaway. Between this video and the next, every single order placed is going to get a Do Not Report Tucker Gott to the FAA sticker decal. Appreciate your guys' support, turning a negative thing into a positive. It's the best we can do. Okay, so let's get into the story of this FAA report. If you guys have been following along, back in October, we went on a big road trip. I loaded up my toy hauler. We flew a ton of incredible sites out west, one of which was Corona Arch. And if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you would know I've flown through Corona Arch a bunch of times. Little did I know, I come home maybe a month later and I get a message from the FAA. They say, basically, we want to talk to you. I'm like, yeah, I've been here before, but nonetheless, I get a little bit of heart palpitations when the FAA calls up. I think anyone would. And this time, I decided to set up my camera and record the phone call. Please note, I did ask this FAA guy if he was okay with me making a video about it. He said it was cool. So for the first time ever, I have a recorded phone call with the FAA. Let's play that now.
Hello, this is Gordon.
Hey, Gordon, this is Tucker Gott. I was advised to call you.
Hey, Tucker, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. So we received a complaint in our office. So I'm out of the Salt Lake City Flight Standards District office.
Okay.
And this is in regards to your YouTube video that you posted down in Moab. So when you were flying in over Canyonlands and you filmed yourself going through the arch, and there was a complaint that you could have possibly done damage to the arch.
Really?
As you and I know, there's, as far as regulations, you haven't broken any regulations. But I wanted to just make you aware of, are you familiar with the advisory circulars that the FAA puts out?
Yeah, I know there's one specifically about FR 103.
Yes, but there's also another one that's related to visual flight rules over noise-sensitive areas, which includes national parks.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what it's asking all pilots, whether they're helicopter, fixed wing, or paramotor, is that you adhere to kind of staying above 2,000 feet over national parks.
Right.
And that you don't descend below the rim of the canyon.
Okay.
So if you've got some time, I would appreciate it if you maybe just read that. We ask that the paramotor community kind of police yourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Just please take a look at that, and if you have any questions, feel free to call me back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything you want to talk about or add to this? I know I really haven't gotten your side of the complaint.
Yeah, I had seen a comment on YouTube of someone saying that they called the FAA or something, which I get kind of often. And I think a lot of times it's just people that aren't aware of the regulations, and they're just internet trolls, I think, most of the time. But I did see someone say that specifically on this one. Airspace-wise, I'll definitely look at that advisory circular you told me. And I do know we were relatively close to the edge of Canyonlands on some of our flights, but we were aware of the sectionals and everything and made sure that we stayed out of that area.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk to you about. So unless you have any questions for me, I'm going to pretty much just close this out. There won't be any enforcement or anything because you haven't broken any regulations.
Mm-hmm. So obviously that phone call went really well. Dude did not seem that concerned about the actual report at hand. As he said on the phone call, flying through that arch is not illegal in any way. And that particular arch is in free airspace that we're allowed to fly in. It's on BLM land. Now, if you were to take other arches, for example, ones that are in national parks, now that would be an issue. However, this one was well outside national park bounds. Paramotor pilots, including myself, fly through it all the time. He did mention that the guy that made the report was concerned that if I hit the arch, it could damage the arch, and that's kind of stupid in my opinion. I mean, maybe I would chip off a little piece of sandstone, but don't you think like the damage to me would be much worse from hitting a giant rock? I do want to note FAR 103.9 Part A is one thing that could be applied to this situation, which says no person may operate an ultralight vehicle in a manner that creates a hazard to other persons or property. Obviously, in the opinion of the FAA, I did not pose a hazard to Corona Arch, and I was sure in that situation that there were no hikers in the vicinity. This is a popular hiking spot, so if you're a paramotor pilot and you decide to fly through, I would definitely say take note. Make sure that there's no hikers like directly under the arch that you're going to be flying over or near. And in this situation, there wasn't. Now, the guy from the FAA did want me to share with you guys another piece of information, which I was already aware of, but that comes in the form of an advisory circular that discusses flying over national parks and the airspace regarding that. If you're familiar, the advisory circular basically makes a suggestion or recommendation that all pilots maintain 2,000 feet AGL over national parks. However, the interesting point about it is it's an advisory circular. It's not an actual regulation. So I kind of asked the guy at the FAA what his take on it was, and he said basically what I kind of already knew.
All I would ask you is if you would be fair and impartial and talk about this advisory circular.
For sure.
One of the things it does is once we help educate others, then, that's a way of you guys kind of self-policing, and we don't have to get the FAA involved. And, we get enough complaints, and then pretty soon Congress tells the FAA get involved and start putting in regulations, and then before you know it, we're requiring all paramotor individuals to go get certified, get a certificate,
right,
get training. I'm sure that's not what you want.
No.
Anything that you could help us do to help educate others,
of course,
I would appreciate it. So
I haven't looked specifically at the piece that you're talking about, but I am aware of, I guess kind of the wording of it is it's recommended that your flights stay above 2,000 feet over national parks. And I think like my stance on it has always just been use it as an absolute. But I guess it's kind of a gray area. Do you have like a stance on that?
No, the only, like I said, this advisory circular is not mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
It's encouraged.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just we're asking people to adhere to it.
Yeah.
But there's no regulation that requires you to do it. Well, cool. Your videos were cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I try to make them fun and also safety and entertaining and everything.
All right. Well, thanks, Tucker. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you as well.
Okay, we'll see you.
Sounds good. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Well, that went well. So my take on this is that it is a recommendation and it's basically in our best interest to follow it to a T. Just don't fly under 2,000 feet in national parks. So my overall conclusion on this situation, just like all my other FAA related videos, the FAA has been really cool. Do your best to abide by the regulations and they'll treat you with respect. I think for anyone making YouTube videos, it's especially important that when you're putting this stuff out in the public light, you go above and beyond to abide by the regulations, represent the sport really well. However, even when you do that, like I try to do myself, I think it's inevitable that at some point in time, there's going to be an internet troll that goes online and makes an anonymous report like people are able to do. And then you get the call and you have to deal with it. And in my case, hopefully turn a negative thing into a positive. Which brings me back to the new Risky Biscuits Co. merch. Make sure to check that out. The 3 new designs, all the new restock stuff, the new hat. Check it out on tuckergott.com. First link in the description. Like I said, we've got 3 GoPro 9s. They're going to be going out in random orders over the course of the next 3 videos. And between now and the next video, every single order is going to get one of those brand new sticker decals. Make sure you check it out. As always, appreciate your guys' support. If you like this video, drop a like on it, share it on Facebook, send it to your mom on Twitter. And I guess that's all I got for this one. Until the next one, hopefully not another getting reported to the FAA video. Have fun, fly safe, peace. Zoop.